Well, it is Jock Madden's world, and we are all just living in it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, for your Battle of Brisbane, the first for 2026. Now, let me let you in on a little bit of a secret here. I got home about 3 minutes ago from Sydney. I left Canberra in the early hours of the morning to go up to record Pack Her Up Boys in Bloke Studios, and got back in the darkness of the evening. So I am frantic as hell at the moment. If I've, forgotten something in my streaming setup, that's not my fault. It never is and never will be. How are you all going? Good to see you all here. I actually have yet to get my own broadcast of the game up. I listened to that Tigers game over the radio. Shout out to Aaron Woods and Luke Keary. Absolutely brilliant call of it over on Triple M. Sounded magnificent. I know I've got a lot of Tigers fans in my live stream audience. So what was the game like? That is a McDonald's ad. I don't know if you guys heard that. I definitely wasn't allowed to play. But anyway, I've now connected my actual stream to my Bluetooth headphones. See, it's that kind of stuff where I'll just slack back when I have literally 2 minutes to prepare. Camera's a bit too low. Well, I was sort of leaning forward a bit. This is I'll be like this throughout the stream. It's okay. Time to ask thoughts on Seaball being sacked. We'll talk about it in depth at halftime, I reckon, is the way to go. Okay, we're about to get kicked off here, so let me set up that clock. And we're just going to be straight into it. Yeah, so I imagine I'm going to be saying this quite a bit, excuse me, throughout this first half, but we'll talk in depth about the Anthony Seibold sacking during halftime. Just don't want it to detract from what is a very good game coming up between the Broncos and Dolphins, and we'll have a 10-minute period to get into it anyway, so yeah. Thoughts about the Leaguie almost missing the stream? It was okay. To be fair, like, this is what every Friday will be like from now on. Not, like, actually, I know I joke, but this one was not the way it will normally be, purely because it was a delayed bus. Normally, I'll be able to get back and have half an hour to play with, but half an hour was 3 minutes this time, so yeah. Hang on. I've got to plug in my headphones just a moment. Oh, the wonders of live broadcasting. You know, I'm a university student. I'm doing a double degree. We're now 5 weeks into the year-to-year, and I'm about 1 week into the content. However, I spend my entire day on Rugby League, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Hello, George. How you going? Mr. League Man, who do you reckon will win? Well, actually, that is a very, very good point. I need to get that poll up. I reckon Broncos. On the Bloke podcast today, I was the only one to tip Broncos. I think maybe Denon did, actually, but Maddie and Tommy Yeager did. All right, so poll will be up in just a second. I can never really get the Broncos colors right. All right. If they didn't want to detract from the Battle of Brisbane, wait till after the game to sack Seibold. It's not that hard. Well, I don't think Manly gave a damn. It's just more me. I give a damn. If anything, it's Seibold getting back at Brisbane one last time. But anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to refuse to get into it. Here we go. Did not get into the teams before the game started, but there are no changes aside from Semu coming to the bench. There's the kickoff if you want to sync up with me. Holy guacamole. I cannot believe that this game has already got started. I needed food. That's all right. That's all right. There's time to eat after. Alrighty. So, Jordan Ricky is now boasting the white headgear. I saw it last week as well against Melbourne. Interesting look, but I like when a player, and this is the analysis that you guys came here for, when a player uses headgear that is the same as his club colours. Jerome Hughes does it really well. And it's not perfect with Ricky with the white, but it's good enough. It's good enough. We allow it. Broncos by 20 says Highlanders. Well, that is bolder than I'm willing to go. But anyway, kick now from Reece Walsh. Inside his 40. Won't have the angle for a 40-20. Underneath this one is the hammer. I just reckon... So have Dolphins ever beat Broncos? Someone remind me. I feel like they haven't yet. I think this could be the time where it happens. You need to add the no seatbelt spoilers into the top corner. Yeah, I don't think it's a spoilers problem. 6 more there for the Finns. All right. I'm calm now. I'm in the process. We've got the clock going. It's all good. Wait, why is the clock not going? We got the clock going. That's what matters. All right, Plath across to find the charging. I think that was Tommy Gilbert. Yeah, EB, we'll talk about it at halftime. Plath now finds Isaiah Katoa. Underneath this one, the charging Kilikefu Finifuyaki there. I loved his work last week. Loved it. His stats were absolutely brilliant. Plath now to actually go past Felice Kofusi. At the back now, Katoa Nikorima, who is Netherlands eligible. I always like mentioning that. Hello, Ranalori. Good to see you. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Hookah Vai, as well as Pendamelically earlier. Thank you so much. Sorry, I missed that one. Kick there on the last from the Finns. It's Cobo underneath it, former Bronco. Gets the ball out now the back to Hammer. Katoa's got to beware the second kick. There's a bit of space out there. Asako's got it, and he will just die with that ball. That's a bit weird. I would have thought he would have tried for a miracle offload there, but he just held it. Maybe a bit of experience there from the veteran winger. Dolphins have beaten Broncos once, round 26, 2024, 40-6. Wow, I do not remember that game. Hello, Mrs. Leaguie. How you going? Bro, you need to eat. That's all right. I can eat when I'm dead. We're fine. Damn, sellout at Suncorp Stadium. I mean, look, with these two sides, you would probably expect it. Oh, okay, it doesn't look like a sellout. I mean, if there's about, 10,000 people who haven't made the ground yet, then sure. But there's a lot of empty seats there. A lot of empty seats there. Ball comes free there. 6 more. It's ruled there by Ashley Klein, who I revealed today to be one of my LinkedIn connections. Reece Walsh breaking tackles left, right, and center. Isakov with a beautiful tackle there on the center. It was a 2-on-1 situation. It was Dean Mariner, the man that he tackled. Alrighty. Walsh with it again here. So it's a fresh set for the Broncos. Willison now with a run. I love the starting pairing of Jensen and Willison. Obviously, Payne Haas not playing in this game. That does sway things, I think, in terms of the forward battle towards the Dolphins. But Willison with an opportunity. I love that for him. Another 6 again now. Walsh skipping and jumping around. He's looking very, very good. Getting very involved. Willison, the man who I just praised earlier, close to the line now. Reynolds calling the shots. Pakes in that dummy half. Another 6 again. We might be entering the sin bin territory. We're getting close. Reynolds now at the back to find Mam. Kicking behind. Staggs is there. Oh, he nearly knocked it on, but he's came up with a moment of magic. Katoni Staggs. Oh, hang on. Ashley Klein says no. I thought it looked okay. It was bold from Mam to kick on. I think what was the first. No try, says Ashley Klein. This is interesting here from Ashley Klein. I thought this looked fine, and I feel that he's celebrated. Oh, unless he's sort of... Is there a shot that he's knocked on into Cobo there? Yeah. Oh. Well, that's interesting. I think that this could be very controversial. I don't think the Broncos fans really know. I'm giving this a try every day of the week, but I don't know if the letter of the law says that it is. I don't know if he's re-gripped that. He gets his hand over it, and there's contact. I don't think they're going to give this. I don't think they're going to give this. I'd be gutted if this was against the Roosters, by the way. Because I would have... I think in the spirit of the game, that's a try, but I don't think they're going to award it. And it won't necessarily be the wrong call, because I think the rule book that they're bound to says you have to re-grip. Oh no, they're going to give it. Love the call. Love the call. Okay, I stand corrected. I don't have enough faith in the NRL referees, apparently. Let's go. Rugby League wins. Ah, I didn't change it in time. That's deeply upsetting. Hasman, from what I heard initially, so Ashley Klein saw it almost correctly, where he wasn't sure if Tony Sachs had re-gripped the ball. I think it could have gone either way, honestly, with the interpretation of you have to re-grip and have control of the ball rather than just have contact and slam it down. I just don't agree with that as being the rule we should go by. But anyway. Thought Broncos club song was Let's Go Broncos. They kind of used both. Kick here from Reynolds. Oh, and a rare miss. It was a very gettable one there for the veteran halfback. But anyway, 4 points to 0. It remains. Mrs. Leaguie says he didn't even grip it. Well, okay. You guys are proving that it's controversial then. I feel a bit less bad. You know, chat, I'm considering something here. So Nipske is coming to the Twitch chat and says, display the video, please. You think I should? Should we put a vote up? Should I commit live copyright fraud? Thereby risking my entire YouTube and Twitch channel. So that Nipske can watch the game? What do we reckon? Bob says this NRL head guy seems annoying. It's one of my mods. That's hilarious. I love that. Oh, that's great. Hell no, didn't you just make a vid on this? That's so true. I did. Thanks for the reminder. No. I forgot about that. You should go watch that video. It's only my most recent video on YouTube. All right, Reynolds at the back now to find Reece Walsh. He's all over this game so far in the early stages. Very, very early. We've barely had 5 minutes gone. But anyway, pace for Reynolds now. Did well there to step to get away from Tommy Gilbert. Underneath it, the hammer, and he's hit hard there by Ezra Mam and Jordan Ricky. Marmite, well, thank you for joining the Discord. It's a very fun place. I love the Discord, so yeah. Isn't this live on 9? Actually, I think it is. We knock on Dolphins. Yes, it is knock on Dolphins. And it is also live on Channel 9. So this is literally a free-to-air game. Leaguie, what are your thoughts on the mighty West Tigers? As I said, only listened to that game on the radio. Was on the bus down from Sydney while it was happening. Sounded great. I gave them near no chance to win that game. But it goes to show, you know, in the NRL, when you're a side who you feel unbeatable, you feel like everything's going your way, you know, no one can get over the top of you. Sometimes a game will just come along and take you down a peg. And I think that's exactly what's just happened to the New Zealand Warriors. And when you look at the ladder, I know Tigers have had the bye, but for them to be on level points now with the Warriors, 2 wins, 1 loss, and then a bye, as well as Warriors having 3 wins and 1 loss. It's great signs for the Tigers early on. You caught a bus from Sydney? I did. I went up to Sydney this morning for Block in a Bar and came down this afternoon. I have traveled 7 hours today. Actually, that's not even including the time it takes to get from Sydney Central to Block Studio. So, yeah. Not fun. Anyway, Carrigan now to find Adam Reynolds. They're looking good here. Stags pass over to Grant Anderson. The sideline, yeah, was beckoning. Anderson couldn't really hold that one in field. I think that's fair enough. So, Dolphins survive there. Watching League is more interesting than the actual footy. Hard disagree. That League guy is a smelly boy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You don't drive? I do not have a car. No. But also, I kind of save time with it because I'm able to sleep on the bus, which helps massively. Yeah, I'm all here for the NRL head and Bob beef. I love that. Bob coming in and going after one of the OGs. I think that's brilliant. I reckon NRL head does have an ego that needs to be taken down a peg or two, so I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it. Shame says, I think I haven't even stepped outside today. I have done interstate travel and then gone back to the other state that I woke up in. And Shane hasn't even stepped outside. Anyway, there are definitely days where I don't step outside of my room, so yeah. No, outside of my building. 6 more there for the Dolphins. So they've got a chance to hit back here. Potentially take the lead if they could score and convert it. We'll see what they can come up with. Felice Kolfusi into the line there of the Broncos. Excuse me. Yeah, well, Danny, I mean, I as I say, I don't really know. But anyway. Hammer, Avarillo underneath. That was nice work. They're inside the 10 here on the last. In fact, sorry. There's 2 more to go. Katoa finds Nikarima. Oh, and that's beautiful. Massive amount of space in front of him. The seas parted and the Dolphins are in to level this one up. I am just turn down that sound effect just like a tad. Felt loud. Anyway. Cody Nikarima of probably eligible for the Netherlands fame. Well, I did a podcast recently with a guy who was close friends with Jaden Nikarima, Cody's brother. And we spoke about it, and it went up on Instagram as a short, me talking about Jaden being eligible. And Jaden just commented with 2 eye emojis. So I think, to me, that's not a no. That kind of confirms, like, he's eligible. So, who knows? Who knows? If Agent Leaguie could deliver 2 high-profile NRL... well, NRL and Super League halves to the Netherlands Rugby League, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. Oh, we're having a look. We're having a look. Of course we're having a look. Ashley Clyde calling it back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it an obstruction? Look, normally when a hole opens up like that, you got to say, yeah. The tendency will be to rule no try, and I think that is a no try, yeah. I can't argue with that decision. No try. You guys reckon maybe, like, when it's a no try? So, you know how, like, when it's a try, I play the club song. You reckon I should play it, but, like, in reverse? Like a rewind? To be clear, no matter what your answer is, I won't be bothered to put those sound effects together, but I want to talk about the idea, because I think that that's fun. I saw the video about also saving the Rabbitohs that you were in. Yeah, that was really fun. I love Mr. M History. He's a content creator that I loved before I worked with him, but that's now the second bit of content that I've done with him. I also went on his podcast, the Big Hits podcast, which is great fun. So yeah, I loved doing that. ARW. Not really the kind of stuff we say here on two fronts. One, bit not safe for work, and 2, bit ref bashy. So just, keep that in mind. Rabbitohs own Allianz now confirmed. Yep. No, it's true. It's true. Even though it does say Home of the Sydney Roosters on it, and even though our Centre of Excellence is in there, and even though our logo's on the stadium, and even though we've, played there every home game essentially since it opened, and even though they're only playing, I think it's 4 games there next year, Rabbitohs on the stadium. On the last here, Ezra Man puts a kick up. It's being chased hard there by the Broncos. It's a genuine one-on-one contest. Ball comes free. I think it's just going to be Dolphins ball play on. Yes, it's going to be... No. Brisbane knock on. It's the ruling in the end. Dolphins will play it 10 meters out. Watson asks, how was travel? I have contacts in, so my typing will be bad. That's okay. Travel was fine. I slept through the morning. So I woke up at 6:30, bus from 7. Luckily was able to sleep through that. On the way back, unfortunately, wasn't really. Tried to get a bit of work done, working on a thumbnail for my next video. But it's too hard. Like, there's just such a confined space there on those buses. And I don't know what it is, but I'm currently on a streak of, it must be about 8 times in a row. But not only do I have someone next to me, which, there's maybe a 70% chance you have someone next to you, but I have for all that period. But also, it is consistently a very large bloke. Not the same large bloke, to be clear, but like a large bloke. And I am a large bloke. So when we get 2 large blokes sitting in them little itty-bitty coach chairs, I'm like this. I can't do anything. You want me to type? I'm like a T-Rex. I can't do it, bro. All I need is an average-sized person, potentially even a small person. Hey, that'd be brilliant. I'd be absolutely all there for that, so that I can let the elbows out a little bit. But apparently, no. Apparently, no. I think Murray's, the bus company, have a personal vendetta against me, and they always put me next to the biggest bloke on the bus. Anyway. Sorry, just a little personal gripe of mine. You good with spoilers to the 6 o'clock game? Thank you for asking. And yes, that's very, very considerate of you to ask. Yeah. No, I listened to it on the radio when I was coming down. So, yeah. Alrighty, on the last here, I always commentate the last tackle. I don't know why. I talk random stuff through the set and then commentate the last. That's sort of the important one, though. Hammer with a good catch there underneath it. So, both sides in a little bit more of a rhythm now after a bit of a sprightly start. Problem says, how on earth did Waz get pumped? I don't know. As someone that didn't watch the game, you're probably better equipped to tell me. But I did say just before, every now and then in the NRL, when you feel like you're unbeatable, a game will come along and just knock you down a peg, and I think that's what happened there. Penalty, Dolphins. Hasman says, I'm not saying the Bronco made a wrong decision with Stag's try. They made an inconsistent decision. Yep. I agree with that. However, I don't necessarily blame the bunker. I blame a rule where we're adding such levels of grey area and technicality to the wording of it, where we're distinguishing between a person having their hand on top of the ball and grounding it, and someone having grip of the ball and grounding it. And at what point do they establish grip of the ball? That's the kind of decisions that we're asking the bunker to make when we're talking about a motion that might have about 3 to 4 frames in it as they're grounding the ball. I think that's never not going to level inconsistency. So, yeah. All right. Dolphins with a 6 again in attacking territory here. Nicarima out the back here. Farworth, dummy, going himself here. Gives it to Coppo. The ball comes free. I'll tell you what, he did remarkably well to stay in field for as long as he did. But great scramble defense there from Brisbane. That one was just hanging there. On the first, they fire a shot and they go over the sideline. I think Anderson's copped a shot in the nuts here. Looks like it. He is grabbing for them nether regions. That's all I can say. It was a sort of a 1.5 on 2. But they scrambled brilliantly. Walsh came over, yeah, and it was awkward there. The landing of Grant Anderson. Yeah, he hurt himself there. Anthony Seabold was sacked? He was. We'll talk about it at half-time. Sea Phantom says, yet you can see Staggs knock the ball out before he gets his hand on top of the ball. No idea how it was ruled a try. You can knock it on, but if he didn't touch the ground, it doesn't matter. You're not allowed to intentionally throw the ball, up. I think Daily Messenger used to do that close to the line. He'd throw the ball up in the air, catch it, and ground it. So can't do that. But I don't think that's what he did there. I think it was genuinely trying to get control of it. So, yeah. Mrs. Leaguie, I have no idea what you're on about. We'll be real. Walsh absolutely did stuff in that tackle, Panther fan. The body weight that he lended to that, the force that then allowed Grant Anderson to have a lot more ease pushing Cobbo over the line, that mattered. Absolutely mattered. Just because he didn't, rap traditionally doesn't mean he didn't have a big impact there. How old are you that you remember what Daily Messenger used to do? I said this last stream. I'm about 712 years old. Turning 713 this year. Dolphins completion 6 out of 9. Very nice. Max Plath now out of dummy half. Ghosified, I think that's Tommy Gilbert. I really can't tell. He looks like such a generic individual from distance. And at Suncorp, it is really from distance. So, Dean donates $3 and says, didleagueyswear.com should be a website. It should. If you go on, I don't know if Did League Swear has watched my appearance on Bloke today, but one of my very first contributions was a swear word, but it was a funny one, so that's
Hey Leaguey, someone just redeemed a thing.
No way.
C_Phantom just redeemed head dent check.
What do we reckon? You got to tell me, is that a good head dent? Is that a bad head dent? I can feel a bit of a head dent there. Off topic, but should you make a channel about NRL memes on Discord? I'm pretty sure we have a channel, a memes channel on the Discord. All right, now Karapani stepping back inside the field. Oh, he's broken a fair few tackles there. He's still going up to the 20. What a run there from Karapani. Awesome play there from the winger. There's so much space on the side. Kick it across field. Ezra does exactly that. It's low, it's hard. Oh, what a catch by Selwyn. That is an absolute certified grade A true blue rusted on try saver there for Selwyn Gobbo. What a play that was.
Hey Leaguey, someone just redeemed a thing.
Up the milk 1982 just redeemed, change the background color. Fins red.
Fins red is the request, and Fins red is what I will do. That is literally not Finn's red. Oh, there we go. That's what Finn's red. Finn's red. Alrighty. Dolphins here on the 4. They're spreading it to the left-hand side. Nikorima, he's looked really good with ball in hand. Gives it to Farnworth now. Can't get the ball out to find Selwyn Throbbo. And yes, I did just call him Throbbo. Remember me, says Stacey? I do remember you, Stacey. Because your name is not really Stacey. Oh, Nikorima, that is not a fine moment. Herbie with a back heel. It's play on, boys. Why is no one tackling? Bit of Manchester United there from Herbie Farnworth. Love that from him. Reverse, we will talk about Seabold at halftime. Roaming to Rome? No, unfortunately, I don't remember you. Not sure who you are. Sorry, what's this about? If you say any other answer, you're dead. To me, that feels like a really big message there for me to have missed. Here we go. Oh no, he was talking to someone else. That's okay. That doesn't matter. No swears yet, but we got a great innuendo. We did, and that's the line I like to try and walk. So yeah. Surely Herbie gets 50 points for the back heel. Maybe fantasy points. I don't know if they've determined in fantasy how many you get for a back heel. Walsh putting a kick up. It's a Sako underneath the ear for the Dolphins. I think that's out on the full, is it? Nope. Just bounced out. No one contested it. Mrs. Leaguie, you will get your ass banned. No, not banned, but timed out for spamming if that happens. So, look at that. Oh, when's the last time you saw a good old-fashioned rugby league back heel? Love that. Herbie actually played junior footy for Man United before coming here. He did. I think the extent to which he did was a bit overstated. We really like to get up and about it, whereas realistically, you know, it wasn't going to be a professional soccer player. But anyway, yes, that's why I mentioned it. Leaguie, you're red. Why? Someone requested it. For the next 3 minutes and 16 seconds, I will have a red background. You can redeem channel points on Twitch. Unfortunately, it's a Twitch exclusive thing. It doesn't exist on YouTube. But cool stuff is coming on YouTube, actually, for my channel and my live streams. Farnworth with the ball now. Steps it inside one, but he's tackled there by Ricky, who holds on quite late there. Yeah, 6 more. It might be harsh from a Broncos perspective, but I would have given it for sure. All right. Here come the Finns. They've got a fresh attacking set here on tackle 1. They've had a few, to be fair. The chances have gone begging. Good Broncos defense so far. Let's see what they can come up with, though, on this attempt. Plath now finds Katoa back in field. No, in fact, he holds it himself. Another 6 more there. Given away by the Broncos. Ashley Klein ruling it. Plath giving it now to Gilbert. Running up into the line. Can't quite get there. In fact, sorry, it was Morgan Knowles. Plath. Find Katoa again, getting a lot of touches. Nikorima gives it to Farnworth, stepping inside. Nice offload there, back to his 5'8". Showing the ball, still showing the ball. Calling guys underneath him. Oh, what a ball! No, it was forward. Oh, I tell you what, that was a ball. That was a pill, bro. Oh, that was beautiful if it hadn't been forward by about 2 meters. No one near Finnafuiaki. Holy. Look at this. Oh, that's gorgeous. It was forward, but it was gorgeous. Who are you going for? Finns. I'm going for Finns. I don't really care that much, though. Who invited the Miami Dolphins to our battle of Brisbane footy? Good joke. That's because it's a forward pass, which you could do in the NFL. True story. I said this last week, though. I want to reiterate it for Dolphins fans watching. I firmly believe that Dolphins should be Titans colors and Titans should be Dolphins colors. And I think the Miami Dolphins are kind of proof of that. 6 more here for the Brisbane Broncos. Would you put Izzy Katoa on the bench for New South Wales as a bench utility for Watson? Oh, message now retracted. I would have Connor Watson, but I am the most biased person you could possibly ask that question to, because Connor Watson's my favorite footballer in the world. I think he has a lot more versatility. I think if you're not starting Katoa in the halves, there's not really a lot of point in having him there. So yeah. Walsh now breaking 1 tackle. Oh, there's a bit of space in front of him. Does well there. The physicality of the fan. Bit of a second effort there from Katoa. And it's 6 more. Lots of set restarts early on in this game. How would there be any Dolphins fans watching YouTube's banned for everyone under 16? And yet, about 85% of my audience, based on my estimation, are under 16. Go figure. Yep, Cynthia. I think, you know, I'm saying if we started from scratch, the colors should probably be swapped. There's also the history of Redcliffe, so yeah. Anyway, Reynolds now to find Ricky. Nearly at the line. Still 3 more to go here. I cannot get used to referees in blue jerseys. Held up there, I think, is Corey Peggs. They're celebrating, but good eyes up defending there from the Finns. That was, it really could have gone either way there. All right, we're back to green. We're back to Leaguie green. Legman with his eye to the power of 2. I don't know. Walsh, oh, big old pass over the top to find Karapani. Isako, I don't think he did enough. I think that was a really good finish there from Josiah. And Ashley Klein agrees. Eight points to 0. It is. I tell you what, it's been a balanced start to this game, and that was beautiful work there. The pass from Reece Walsh cut out 2 Dolphins defenders, and the put down was even better. He had to change the hand that he was carrying the ball in there, Josiah Karapani. Look at this for a finish. Bang. I want to see this in slow motion, because this was beautiful. I mean, it looks like he's got it. What a finish that is. And we're desensitized to that in our game at the moment, but make no mistake, 10 years ago, a finish like that, I firmly believe would have been one of the finishes of the season. Now, like, we're probably not even going to be necessarily talking about that try at the end of this game. So, oh, people are saying no try here. Clyde's calling it back. I'm evidently very far behind you guys, so I'm going to try and reset my broadcast so that I'm more on time with it. I'm currently looking at a black screen, though. Do love ANU's internet. It is exemplary. Oh. Jeez, a frame in it. A frame in it. It's going to be called back. No try. Second time in this game, a try has been awarded. Actually, hang on. Wait. Sorry. Second time in this game, a try has been awarded by Ashley Klein and called back. The one try that has stood, he went up as no try. So, on all 3 try scoring plays, he has incorrectly awarded them. I love that. I love that. That is really funny. Ah, Ashley never changed. Never changed. Why is it no try? His foot was in touch. Move back to cable. If you mean on my stream, I can't. There is no cable television in this here uni dormitory. So stop ref bashing. I am ref bashing. No ref bashing at all from me. I'm just stating what happened. That's the difference. Ah, now problems there. There's some ref bashing. He's taking it, or Shiata actually no, has taken it further. That. Not keen on that one, problems, anyway. If it's no try, you should play the other team song. What if I just played, like, just like, you know, because we all love this song. Maybe, perchance, just have a listen to that one whenever it's a no try. That I think I would do for sure. Good tackle there, Selwyn Cobo. Oh, I think he's injured Grant Anderson here. There was nothing wrong with the tackle. Oh, but he's grabbing his knee. Could be it was a real, like, grab on the leg. Could be a bit of a dislocation here. I'm not sure. But he's really hurt. I don't think there was anything wrong with the tackle, personally. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The knee twisted badly. I don't know if I necessarily think that that's a bad tackle, though. So, George Dragons fan asks, do you think the Dragons 4-pack will be the best in 4 to 5 years with the GOAT Stewart, Big Loco, Cashman Bros, and Blake Laurie somehow? Well, Jacob Alagahu as well. There's another one. Dylan Egan, did you mention? I think you've got the best young 4-pack in the league. If you can hold on to them, why not? Why not? Oh, you're at uni. Have you done any work yet? No. To reiterate, my day has been... you can sort of see my monitor there. My day has been wake up at 6:30, get a bus up to Sydney, 3.5 hours, then about half an hour into Bloke Studios, record a Bloke podcast, leave half an hour to Central, 3.5 hours back to Canberra, and get in the door here at my home about 3 minutes to set up my stream, and go. That's been my day. Where's the room for the uni work? Where's the room? Cynthia, I don't really do fantasy. I know I have a fantasy side, but I make it into preseason and then I don't look at it. If you send me the link, if you DM me the link to your fantasy league, I can do it, though. Rooster song on a non-Rooster stream? Yeah, and I'll do it again. Sorry, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, and I'm going to be for the next couple of weeks because we've got the bye as well. He's done for the night at least? Oh, yeah, I think it could be longer than that, but yeah. Is that... Can you guys hear that? Sounds like a Kangaroos representative coming onto the... Yeah, that... Sorry. This just in. Gembit Shibasaki's on the field. Let's go. It's GOAT time. It's GOAT time. Leaguie, you should stream. Nah, I disagree. I don't think I'd be very good at it. Play the Tiger song after that win? No. Done nothing to deserve it. Fine. We are the Tigers. That's all you get. You get We Are the Tigers. All right. Pace it at dummy half. Carrigan now with a run up on the third into the tackle of Plath. Gilbert, and I think that was finished for Yaki, but gets a good offload away. Mam now threatens to break the line. Can't quite do it. So George Dragons fan, I don't have any Diddy songs ready to go. Believe it or not, I tend not to listen to music by pedophiles. However, say what you want about John Lennon, and I am a big Beatles fan, so, you know. I think that's going to be a penalty there. Yes, it will be. Gilbert, late tackle on Walsh. They're into it! They're into it! Get into it, boys!
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting gate off! Get him off the field! That was diabolical! That was absolute diabolical!
That were absolute diabolical. It looked pretty bad. Yeah, that's a penalty. It wasn't the worst thing. It's not going to be 10 or anything like that. And Carrigan, you know, going in as well, should probably receive a bit of a warning there. But damn. Oh, did you see Reese at the back there? He was going, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, a little fella. Love a little fella playing rugby league. Who slimed who? Gilbert. Gilbert slimed Reese Walsh. Do you listen to Elvis Presley? Wise men say. Yes, I do. Mostly because, well, okay, he's a very, very good singer. Although I think he's one of the most overrated musicians of all time. But he's still very, very good. But that song, Kind of Falling in Love With You, is like the anthem of Sunderland Association Football Club, which is my soccer team. So I listen to that a lot. Love a little player in rugby league. Top Starling reference. Jai Gray reference, bro. Jai Gray reference. So you can't claim you don't listen to music by pedos? Well, I think... Actually, yeah, I've got about 5 Jackson 5 songs on my playlist. So, Michael Jackson. But John Lennon wasn't a pedo, to be clear. He was just a wife basher. Not that that's, you know, great. Certainly as bad, but not the same crime, essentially. No, I meant, can I recruit you for my fantasy team? You mean NRL fantasy? I don't think I'm listed on that. Reynolds inside to find Benny Tolty. Good run there. Pakes out the back. Reynolds puts a kick in for himself. Oh, that's beautiful. Adam Reynolds, the vet, has still got it. Age. You know what? I'm playing it. I'm playing it. No, the years condemned. Broncos are in. I don't often get to use that soundbite. Let me do it one more time. I love that one. Love that one. Thoughts on going 2-0 in games versus Newcastle United this season? Oh, bro, when Alan Shearer was like, I want Sunderland back in the Premier League. It's a free 6 points. Have that. Take that and shove that where the sun don't shine, buddy. Jesus, no, I love it. Beating them in their own backyard. Oh, in the 90th minute. Oh, through a Dutch striker. Oh, gorgeous. Can't you separate the art from the artist? Yeah, to an extent you can. I don't not listen to Diddy's music because he's a nonce. I don't listen to Diddy's music because I don't particularly like Diddy's music. So... But yeah, look, John Lennon is not my favorite Beatle. In fact, he's my least favorite Beatle. However, I love the Beatles. I love John Lennon. Despite him doing several bad things in his life and being openly neglectful to his own child. So much so that Paul McCartney had to write a song called Hey Jude, have you heard of it? To John Lennon's child to say, hey, are you okay? It's gonna be all right. Which John sang on. Anyway, sorry. This is me being a Beatles nerd, which I firmly am. There is a reality where I don't have a rugby league channel at all, and I instead just go online and talk about the Beatles. So, no, just actually, I'm just saying I'm not a Diddy fan, because that's where this conversation started. John Lennon has a song with a hard R in the title. Yes, he does. He does. He does. It's a quite miraculous multitasking in that title of both racism and sexism. Penalty there for the Broncos on the opening tackle there. Well, we've got a stoppage in play here. Might have a review of it. Yeah, all okay in the end. Conley Lemuelu has longer hair than when I last remember seeing him. Hello, Bogan. Good to see you. Did you know it's against Twitch? It turns the service to display chat from other platforms on a Twitch stream. Yeah, I've just got away with it for the last year, so I'm just going to assume that it's fine. I also know of many other creators who are big on Twitch who do that, so yeah. EB says Paul McCartney's the last living Beatle. Is this how I found out that Ringo Starr's dead? Don't think so. Don't think so. He released a song today, Paul McCartney. I listened to it. It was great. 83 years of age, the greatest music composer of all time. Fight me on that, by the way. Still releasing high-quality music. All right, Talty now with a run. 13 minutes left to go in this first half. Dolphins unlucky, I think, not to get points on the board. But Broncos probably do deserve their title of 10. Legman, are Arsenal going to win the league? Yes, they are. As much as I hate it. Isn't he a pedo? John Lennon? Nah, John Lennon wasn't a pedo. Oh, Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr certainly wasn't a pedo. All right, Pakes now will find Adam Reynolds, the try scorer. Puts it up on the last. It's well weighted. Underneath it is the hammer. Oh, Walsh nearly got that. Dolphins' hands go up. Bang for a penalty. Hammer does well. I don't believe you've been timed out, Panther fan. I didn't time you out. Oh, Osako gets it to Avarillo. He's got speed here to burn. Man does the ankle tap. Oh, and he's tackled by his own player there. Hammer going over the top. What a try saver from Ezra Mam. Holy, I couldn't find his feet there, Jake Avarillo. Jeez, I thought he was going to. Farnworth now running back into the teeth of the Broncos defense. Will he get an offload away? He won't. He won't. Damn, that's beautiful. Offload now to find the hammer. There's space in front of him. He's stepping away from one, now two, going to the line himself. 3 tackles left here. Anderson ruled out with an MCL injury. Yes. Did see that. Damn, that is rough. Very, very rough. Why the rod streak tonight? I was coming back from Sydney from Bloke Studios. I explained this yesterday. This will be the norm now, each Friday. Can't get back to Sydney in time, unfortunately. All right. After a 6-ball there for the Dolphins, this is the second. Plath goes to the right-hand side. Katoa now fighting Fuyaki underneath. Beautiful bit of momentum from him. He's close to the line, about a meter shy of it. So George Dragons fan, that's just always what happens in my chats. We talk about very random things. Katoa now at the back to find the hammer. 6 more. They're not going to need it. Dolphins are in. What an outfit that man is wearing. I was about to commentate that try and I see this bloke in shades, a bucket hat, and a beautiful red suit. That was hot. That was absolutely gorgeous. Love it. What were we talking about before? Greatest songwriter of all time. EB saying Paul McCartney over John Williams. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta be low IQ or rage bait. Call it. Call it. Premier League's Wash doesn't even have one Ballon d'Or level player. Are you familiar with Luke O'Nien, or am I going to have to educate you? Just one moment. Sorry. Just had to have a absolutely tremendous gulp of water and let out the most tremendous burp that Canberra's ever experienced. And I didn't want you guys to be on the receiving end of that. Full transparency. I think you should be thanking me for that. EB asked top 5 black people. Number 5, MLK. This is his ranking. MLK, Malcolm X. 3 is Ezra Mam. I don't have Ezra in that conversation.
Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
But he can run shape better than
Panther fan
Malcolm.
1999 just redeemed head dent check.
What do you reckon? I always ask, what do you guys think of the head dent, and then none of you actually tell me what it's like. There's a bit of a dent there. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a dent. Bit of a good old-fashioned Harvey dent. Isako with a kick from the sideline. He's bent it back. Oh, is that posted in? Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that is a sumptuous conversion. That is tremendous rugby league. 4 points in it. Big head dent. Damn. Iconic says, if Corey Horsburgh became a musician, John Lennon would be shaking in his boots. John Lennon, unfortunately, doesn't wear boots anymore. So, did you do the Tigers game? I did not, Harry. No. So, I do keep saying this, but I will reiterate it for people because it's worth doing. I'm now a regular fixture on Bloke in the Bar's Friday show. It's called Packer Up Boys. It's very good. It's very entertaining. You should listen to that because me doing all these podcasts does mean I'm going to be producing fewer videos on this channel, but that's the substitution. So you should be listening to those. I would highly recommend. And I can't get back to Sydney in time to do the first game on Fridays. So I need to be able to do game number 2. Are you proud of the West Tigers performance? Well, Tiger, yeah, but I only listen to it on the radio, so I don't know. I mean, Anthony Maroon, Luke Keary, and Aaron Wood said that they were good. I didn't see it. So, who scored for Fiends? Jermaine Isako. Blokes are regular in the bar where everybody knows your name. I love that show, by the way. Cheers. I love old sitcoms, and yeah, Cheers is absolutely one of them.
Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
Yeah.
Up the Milk 1982 just redeemed change the background color. Go with black and yellow for Mr. Clayfer.
I read that as Mr. Khalifa, which I'm not going to clarify. Mr.? Yeah, I'm talking about Wiz. Wait, is Wiz Khalifa a guy? Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. I go black at the top, and then I guess that's good. There's a really good geography parody song of Black and Yellow about the layers of the earth. Look it up. Highly recommend listening to it. It's like, memorize the song and you'll know everything about the crust and mantle, crust and mantle, crust and mantle. Moving on down, there are 2 more layers called the outer core, inner core. Like, that was, bro, year 10 geography, that was my jam. That was my jam. A little late, have we discussed Seabold yet? No, fortunately. We're going to do that at half time. All right, kick there on the 4th. The Hammer has got it, gives it to Salman Cobo at the back. Up against his former club can be a bit of a weird occasion. We spoke about that with Daly Cherry Evans, obviously, yesterday. But he's on himself well. Are you watching Poltava versus Alexandria in the Ukrainian Premier League? I am a bit of an Alexandria enthusiast. Although, when it comes to Ukrainian Premier League, I mean, you look past the Shakhtar Donetsk of the world, the Dynamo Kiev, the Dnipro. Are they still around, Dnipro? I think they might have gone defunct. As well as Metalist Kharkiv, they went defunct as well. Went to their stadium once. Shout out to them. But no, we'll not be watching Alexandria, unfortunately. Tiger, of course I am. I was going for the Tigers in that game. Is that knock on Broncos? Yes, it is. Fresh attack, he said, hey, for the Finns. There is so much space out there. They've got numbers here. Why did Avarillo step inside? There was so much opportunity there. Isako, you literally saw him turn around there in frustration, and the ball comes free. A try has gone begging. That's going to be ruled a double knock on. I don't agree here. Oh, no, it's slapped down. No, I do agree. I thought he was playing advantage. No, I agree. All right. Did Leaguie Swear says, when did you realize that the sponsors on the field are digitally added in and not actually painted there? A few years ago, when I saw the referee wearing a green shirt walking over them, and it was Grant Atkins in his Technicolor dream coat because it was his shirt was the change of color to match the advertisement in the back. Reckless says, I was in Year 10 Geo. That stuff was peak. It was. It really was. In my school, you had to only pick one of history or geography once you got to year 10, and I was enough of a nerd to pick both. Taught my school in geography, fun fact. And then history, I got the maximum grade you could get as well, but I don't think was... Like, I got a 9, which is the highest grade, but I don't think I got 100%. So, yeah. All right, out the back here. To find Isaiah Katoa. Oh, knock on there by Max Plath. Penalty, Dolphins, though. Teo says, nah, can't be only a few years ago. Yeah, it was only a few years ago that I realized that. Ashley Klein giving away that penalty there for offside inside the 10 meters. They'll tap it and go. They'll tap it and go. Legman, what is your fave side to go with a burger? I mean, anything other than chips with chicken salt is an incorrect decision. So, alrighty. Another 6 more here. Oh, I need to look this up at halftime. There's been an absolute metric F-ton of 6 against for both sides in this game. Katoa at the back now to find Nikarima, knocked back. Farnworth has got it. Broncos fans reckon it's knocked on, but I agree with the call. Apparently, there have been 12 6 against. Wallahi, what the hell? 12 6 against in one half. Oh, my days. Oh, my God. All right. Nikarima finding Farnworth underneath. They look a little bit directionless here. Got to be honest here, the Finns. Flegler at the back. No, in fact, he doesn't get the offload away. Ball comes straight. Dolphins yet let yet another chance go. Absolutely begging there. Absolutely begging. Iconic says, one of my friends who's a Broncos fan regularly calls Jordan Ricky a fanboy. Thoughts? I'm short-circuiting here to get my head around that one. Because my instinct was to say, you can't really be a... Like, the stereotype of a fanboy isn't tough enough to play rugby league. However, that's not a qualification that I'm willing to make. So, that stereotype is inaccurate. I am... You know what? My left-wing brain right now of tolerance is just struggling to word my way through this, so I'm just going to move on. GR Pete, hello. It feels like it has been a very, very long time. Good to see you. Has it been a long time, or am I just, you know, suffering the consequences of not having had my dinner yet? Stereotype of a femboy isn't strong enough. Have you seen Walsh? Walsh, I would not say is your stereotypical femboy. Is he in touch with his feminine side, perchance? Does he like, you know, painting his nails? Sure. However, I wear a ring. I wear a ring. I think that, you know, and it's not like an engagement ring or anything, believe it or not. That's a little bit oi. A little bit of jewelry, a little bit of bling. Iconic, you absolutely broke me. And I'm not willing to walk that minefield live on air. So, you are a woke lefty, to be fair. Well, Denon Camp makes me seem like much more of a woke lefty than I really am, but sure, I'm happy to lean into it. Knock on Fiends there. They kicked it on the last. 2.5 minutes left to go. It looks like neither of these sides are really... You know what? I was just going to say neither of them are going to score. Mariner is through. Katoa is chasing him. And will get a good toe from Katoa. Beautiful work from him. All right, played there by Mariner. On the first, they start to set in their attacking 40. Ma'am. Short ball. Tolty's got it. He finds Ma'am. No, he doesn't. A try has gone well and truly absolutely begging. Unfortunately, that's what it was. Tolty, I don't know why he went the whole whoop over the top. He just had to go a little bit of shape back through the hands. That's all he needed. That's all he needed. A bit of rugby league shape would have been beautiful. Instead, one goes begging there. Both sides have had like certain tries go absolutely well and truly begging. Has to be said. Has to be said. A minute 40 to go. Dolphins now starting a set in good attacking field position. Tolty went for the Harlem Globetrotters move. He did. He did. He forgot that Mab's the shortest player on the field. Katoa now giving it to Nikarima. We'll just sort of take the tackle there in the end. Been a bit busy lately, says Pete, but glad to see every member to claim SJ as their uncle continuing in the league first. I love that reference. No, that's all good, Pete. It's good to see you back. Stacey, to be fair, it was a very tough one for Ezra to take there, so I don't hold that against him too much. Ray Stone gets it out to Katoa. Ball finds the ground. Now Avarillo gives it to Isako dummies a kick, offloads. It's gone back about 10 meters there. Finafuyaki now is charging. Oh, jeez. It's a good tackle there by Corey Pegs. He has looked like a man on a mission, Finafuyaki. A good ball. Katoa out the back. Finds Herbie Farnworth. Goes back towards the other side of the field. Chip over the top for himself right down the gullet of Walsh. There's been such good attacking play in this game so far. And yet, it's only 10-6. I don't know how it's only 10-6. This game should be about 26-20. What qualifies as a woke lefty? I thought you were a raging nationalist. Yeah, that's me, bro. That's me. Raging nationalist. The one that was going for England in the Ashes. I'm the raging nationalist. Leaguey, thoughts on? I don't think of anything, so unfortunately I can't tell you. 10 seconds left to go. Danganese says, this is the Battle of Brisbane. I'm glad he has determined after 40 minutes what fixture he is watching. 1 tackle left to go here. Reynolds out to find Stags. Will they fire a shot on the last? They will. Kick up over the top for himself. Ball comes free. That's just going to be the end of the half. Wowzers. Wowzers. Alrighty. Now, there's some very, very big news. There is some tremendously big news. Some tremendous news. The biggest news, folks. And this happening in NRL world. However, before we do get to Anthony Seibold, important question here from Iconic. Would you rather a stable, long-term relationship with a woman or Lego Star Wars Republic Venator? 2 parts to this question. Number 1, women aren't real, and you can't convince me that they're real. Every woman that you've ever seen is actually an AI-generated hologram, and the ones that aren't are men in disguise. True story. The other side of it is, of course, I want the Lego. So, yeah. Alrighty. Anthony Seibold. I've been one of his biggest critics for a number of years. I actually wrote a piece for ZeroTackle.com. It was one of my first pieces of Rugby League media. It was an article about how I feel Anthony Seibold was basically building a reputation, even throughout his time at the Broncos and then getting the job at Manly, off a winning streak that he had with South in 2018. And aside from that amazing winning streak he hadn't really achieved anything. I tipped Manly for the spoon this year, and it was majority because I didn't believe so much in Anthony Seibold's coaching. I don't see him as a good fit there at Manly. He's not a Manly person. I think the Manly are a club where you need someone that understands the culture of that club. They are not well resourced, right? They do not really have the facilities to match the top teams in the NRL. So you need someone that understands the Manly identity. Instead, you have a guy who is a very intelligent individual, but maybe not necessarily the best man manager, who routinely would say things that got the fans offside, but then also it runs deeper because you had multiple stories coming out about frictions within the playing group. Now, that's a playing group led by the likes of Tom and Jake Trbojevic, 2 guys who are Manly through and through, who are 2 of the nicest human beings you will ever meet. To get them offside, it takes a bit of an effort to do that. Now, 2 sides to the actual decision to sack him. 1, I'm incredibly surprised that it's happened. I did not wake up this morning and think that Anthony Seibold was going to get sacked, purely because it's round 3. I cannot remember a coach being sacked this early on in the season. So I'm surprised that decision has been made, that he's been sacked so early. The other side of that coin is that at the same time, I'm surprised he wasn't already gone, personally. That might sound harsh. And, we are talking about an individual here who has his own mental health. We're talking about him losing a job. It's never a good thing. But when you become an NRL coach, you have the level of criticism that you open yourself up to, and that's the level of fair criticism that I am giving here. I'm surprised that he was extended into this season. I did not see the direction that they were building in. I feel that Manly were regressing. And in my opinion, I didn't see what they were building in terms of their premiership charge. I didn't believe that they had a vision of a premiership side they were putting together. You had, guys like Daly Chervins walking out on the club. I don't think that that's not related to the likes of Anthony Seibold. And when you look at the roster that they're trying to build well into the future, I don't think that they really had the ability to attract guys with the Manly package, but then Seibold at the helm. I think this is a decision that maybe had to be made. As for who comes in, I reckon Matt Bellin is an absolutely tremendous shout. He's been playing his trade as an assistant up there at the Brisbane Broncos. He's a guy who is a Manly legend. He understands the club through and through in the way that the likes of, say, Jeff Tuvey, the last coach to get them to a grand final, does. I think he'd be an absolutely brilliant recruitment. And I'd be surprised if it's anyone but him, frankly. All right. Monologue over. First comment I see after that is Leaguie transphobia era. Where's that come from? Yeah, but I think you guys sort of echo my thoughts there. As in Alexis Baker saying, I'm most baffled as to why now and not like last year. I would concur with that for sure. Bet Hello Sports are loving the Manly drama, says Pete. Yeah, I mean, I assume they probably would be. But, you know, they don't like their coach being sacked, so... All right. Yeah. I think that's pretty much my 2 cents on it. I wonder, I think that the timing is interesting because today it came out, and this might be a coincidence, but today it came out that Willie Peters is heavily linked to be the next coach, or the first coach. Sorry, yeah, I'm going to go back because I'm going to make a clip out of this. That's awful live streaming free, sorry. Today it came out that Willie Peters is heavily rumored to be the first coach of the PNG Chiefs. Now, I wonder... This would be pretty terrible, but, you know, Manly's management hasn't been very good in recent seasons. If this is a bit of a knee-jerk decision to try and make an 11th hour play for Willie Peters. Yes, Manly are a little bit of a basket case at the moment, and Peters might want to hold out for a more stable job than that. However, if those are his options, living in Manly's, you know, beach, high style of living compared to Papua New Guinea, he's a man with a family, he might be tempted. So... yeah, I think that there's a shout, just pure tinfoil hat conspiracy for me, but I do wonder if they could make a 11th hour play for Willie Peters. Oh, yeah, no, of course, did League swear. No, I knew you were joking, Up the Milk says, personally, I think the Seabold should have been out a year ago alongside Peyton. Well, I personally... would give Peyton more leeway than Seabold because Peyton has actually done something with that roster. He got them to a prelim. Seabold has done nothing. This roster has regressed. Yeah, the roster has regressed since he came in. But also there's a track record there of like actively doing badly. He got the Broncos, I believe, their first wooden spoon in the NRL era. Maybe their first ever. With a roster that people in that season were saying was the best young forward pack in the competition that people were expecting heaps from. He absolutely stank up the gaff with that side. So yeah, I think that he had a point to prove. And how long was he coaching Manly for? Let me have a look at this. Anthony Seabold. From 2023. So he had 23... Did it come into the start of 23? Sorry, let me have a look at this. Coaching career. Yeah, actually on 8th of November 2022. So he had 2023, 2024, 2025. 3 full seasons where the roster only regressed, where signing decisions were not particularly good. Lots of veterans coming in and out of the door. And you couldn't see a philosophy he was building. Respectfully, if you have 3 seasons at a club, you need to be showing the game plan that you're building towards. And I think that's potentially even less clear now than when he walked in. So, yeah. There we go. Was Broncos' first spoon ever. All right. Who wants to see Leaguie eat a hard-boiled egg? I'm starving. And I have a hard-boiled egg in my fridge. And I'm going to munch on it. Back in a moment. This is the content you all came for. Now, okay. I'm not a gambling man as such. However, I'm about to gamble here because I love hard-boiled eggs. However, I have not hard-boiled an egg in about 2 years. So this is my first attempt at it for a very, very long time. Oh, Dean's cheered a bit there. Sorry, I've actually missed a couple of those from you. Thoughts on the Leaguie moving up in his career and becoming closer to the NRL coaching of the Darwin Brothers team? Oh, sorry, Darwin Bombers. I ain't moving to Darwin, bro. Not a chance. Earlier, he asked, would you rather a wife or Sass be kicked out of the comp? That's literally like, as much as a romantic as I am, you're basically saying, would you rather have someone live with you or have your entire hopes and dreams come true? And that's not a difficult decision for me to make. Now, gambling. As I say, have not hard-boiled an egg in a very long time. I'm going to break this egg over my head right now. That's how much I trust my ability to cook. If I get covered in egg, well, no, I fail. If I do not get covered in egg, I'm looking forward to a very nice hard-boiled egg. 3, 2, 1. Ow. I didn't even break it. Ow. That really hurts. I'll do it on my headphones. Oh. That was good. That was good. Oh. Oh, it's very runny. It's very runny. This is indeed a false dawn. Oh, this is more like a poached egg than a hard-boiled egg. Oh, we're in a bit of Barney rubble here. Eek. That's not good stuff. You know, I think that this is new age content. I don't think I can eat that hard-boiled egg, unfortunately. I have to say that for later. This is new age content. Back in the day, if you wanted to be a rugby league content creator, you'd spend your half-time talking about, like, the game. And that's, like, kind of what Fox are doing, right? We're watching it right now. Michael Ennis, Kieran Foran, and all that. Braithen Astor. Talking about the game of rugby league we just watched. But you got to understand, people don't come to content for the content. They don't come to rugby league for the rugby league. You need to give something different. You need to have a point of difference. You need to have your own little bit of individuality to it. And so that's why I knock hard-boiled eggs off my head during half-time. Lashinsky asked, waar is de link naar de column die je noemde? Noemde? Oh my god, noemde. Noemde. Where the hell did that come from? Which column? When are you going to be on the Mayday podcast? I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt I'll be on. I don't think he's having content creators on. I think it's more players. So eggs are part of your glowing skincare. Share the tips, lad. If you think that this looks like glowing skincare, I have 2 pieces of information for you. 1, you're wrong. And 2, my lighting must be absolutely tremendous because, yeah, no. I'm just saying, look, okay, on the whole egg situation, let me ask you a question, and it's a yes or no in the chat. Would you not be vastly more entertained if during halftime, instead of talking about the game, Braithen Astor knocked hard-boiled eggs over his head? These are the things that I think about, and I feel that that's a very simple question to answer. I think that that's objectively, like, why are you... No one cares about Josiah Karapani, respectfully, when hard-boiled eggs exist. 100% yes, there we go. People of culture over here. Leaguie, could you do a Dutch accent while commentating on League? Yes, I could do a Dutch accent. However, I do have a bit of a Den Haag accent, or The Hague, as you guys would say, because that's where I grew up. Whereas I think in many other parts of Netherlands, it would be a bit more like a German kind of accent. But yeah. Harry says you're the GOAT. Is that before or after the hard-boiled egg situation? Just want to know, like, what that feedback's coming in for. But thank you. NRL Head says, I would be more entertaining, or it would be more entertaining, if you had a choice between a hard-boiled egg and a runny egg. Yeah, like a bit of a Russian roulette type situation. So, like, say they gave him a 10-pack of Steggles eggs, and one of them was not cooked, but the others were cooked. And they just had to go around the panel until one of them cracks the egg on their head. That's content, bro. Content brain going hard right now. Sounds more like a Notedorp accent to me. Are you who I think you are? I've got a friend that's obsessed with Notedorp. Yes, yeah. They are. I know their username. The Legend 27. I understand that reference. I think so anyway. Boys, get back to studying. All right, Jesus Christ, you got stuff to do. I know how far behind you lot are on uni. All right. Did League swear? It says, League, one of my childhood friends went to the Netherlands for a few years when we were teenagers, and the last thing I said to him before he left was to be careful which cafes he goes to. Yes, I've had a few actually, that's not true. I've not had a few brownies that are brownies. However, I have had a few brownies in the Netherlands where I was like, I'm not sure if this has weed in it or not. Dean cheat 11 bits and says, thoughts on the Esperanto language. I'm not familiar with it. My bad. Pete, it's interesting, the relationship between Netherlands and Germany, because Germany have low-key conquered them twice, but at the same time in the Dutch anthem, there's a line, "We hebben Duitse bloed," which means we have German blood. So it's like, they're our brothers, but they're our big brother who relentlessly beat us up every, 3 decades. Leagues, we spoke about Seabold in a bit of depth. Just rewind like 5 minutes and you will get to it. Thoughts on the Battle of Brisbane? Is it a bit forced? It is a bit forced, but I think that's still because it's in the first half decade of its history. Inherently, rivalry relies on history. Relies on, like, say for Roosters Rabbitohs, you go back and you show the replays of Braithen Astor in a tackle getting absolutely decked, of Craig Wing being taken out by the Sydney Roosters players, of "You Can Take Me Now, I've Seen It All." Like, moments like that. Those moments have yet to be created in this rivalry. And so I think in 20 years' time, there will not be a comment at all about this rivalry being forced. Alrighty, let's go for half number 2. Leaguie, I clipped the egg breaking. It's going on r/perfectly cut streams. That is one of my favorite subreddits. I'll be absolutely honored. What song are they playing? I know this song. I went back down, Tom Petty. I have absolute ball knowledge, or note knowledge when it comes to music, I suppose. Love that song. All right. Pete, yes. Oh, hang on. I think Molo's hurt here. He's lost the ball, apparently. Damn. That's a very, very weird tackle. Pete, I would say that Germany versus the Netherlands is like Oz versus NZ if NZ stood for Nazi and they conquered Australia during World War II. Basically. Iconic. Well, that's a way to spell it. That is one method to spell that name. I mean, it's not the correct one, literally or politically, but that's each to their own. Each to their own. Wowzers. Leaguey, should I go for Satvia or Indica? Who? Or who? I'm going to go for Indica because I don't know why. It stood out to me. Don't think Molo expected to go through the defense. I love when a front rower makes a break and doesn't know what to do. I've never seen it go quite as tremendously badly as right then, though. So, yeah, I'm sure Iconic did that on purpose. So, that's sort of why I'm not really giving it the time of day. All right, well, Broncos have a good attacking set to start this second half. Yeah, I know what half it is. We don't have a timer yet, though, on the Fox scoreboard. Anyway. You love it, Leaguey. Well done. Thank you, Chop Up Lads. Much appreciate the feedback. Alrighty. So, Tolty now into the line. Very underrated forward. Love a bit of Ben Tolty. Pakes and a dummy half. Goes now to find Patrick Carrigan on the right-hand side. Now underneath this, Orblix Talfa against his former club. Netherlands eligible, by the way. Pakes. For Reynolds. At the back now for Mam. Dummies. Holds the ball. Doesn't quite break through there. Pace will be in at dummy half now. Reynolds is sitting deep there with the ball. Walsh now at the back. Stepping back in field. Oh, that's fleet-footed work there from the fullback. This will be the last. I'm sorry, C Phantom. I honestly have not seen it. Reynolds with the kick in behind. Oh, Ricky was there, but the hammer cleans that up very, very nicely. Will he escape the goal? He won't. I'll have a look for C Phantom's message. I do feel bad missing that. It's okay, Cowboys. You won't be the first club to sack a coach in 2026 now. You can do this. You can get rid of Todd Payton. I believe in you. Who would you like to see as the next Cowboys coach? C Phantom or indeed anybody else? At the league, thoughts on hard-boiled eggs? I like when they are more hard-boiled than when I do them. Can I eat this? Probably not. It doesn't... Nah. Oh, this is... You can't really see that. That is I could only describe it as viscous. One of my favorite words. All right, Broncos with the ball. Back in the day, we had George Taufua, or Taufua, and Steve Matai as a big hitters. Who would you say we have today? Jarrell Skelton. I don't know. I guess we had Tane Milne as well back in the day. I don't know. It's I don't think we're lacking big hits though. Maybe it's just a bit more spread out. Broncos, yeah, Broncos. I said it with chest, bro. Said it with chest. Look at the poll over on YouTube. By the way, 68% of people reckon the Broncos are going to win, the Brisbane Broncos, after 140 votes. All right, Reynolds now to find Jordan Ricky. Do you mean pen count? Chop up? I'm not sure what you mean. All right. Reynolds now. Short ball to find Ben Tolte. Oh, what an offload. Walsh will score. I said this. I love a bit of Ben Tolte. Say that with a mouthful of marshmallows. And that was a beautiful moment from him. Broncos score. You know, allegedly English is my first language, though you wouldn't believe it with the way that I commentated that try. Holy. Dean cheered one bit saying, Legman, thoughts on this alphabet? It's the Deseret alphabet. Looks beautiful. C Phantom said in response to my question, ideally get Willie Peters before PNG or Manly can swoop in. I like that. Manly swooping in. Nice. Although I wouldn't say no to Dean Young either. Brad Arthur, no. He was in charge of Para for a decade and got nowhere with them. Oh, I think that's incredibly harsh on Brad Arthur. He overseen a period where they were spooners, where they had salary cap drama, point stripped from them, and he got them to a grand final. I think that's remarkably unfair. He's not a coach that I think will take you to a premiership level, but he can build a club. He can absolutely build a club. Aspen says, hey, so Tolte, you're not meant to do that as a forward. What the hell? Yeah, no, Ben Tolte doesn't care about your conventions. Ben Tolte doesn't care about the labels you put on him. He's a free spirit. And if he wants to identify as a flick passing Benji Marshall, then goddammit, that's what he's going to do. Reynolds with a kick. Beautiful work. 16 points to 6. It is. And I will be honest, long time to go in this game. However, I reckon if this blows out beyond 16 here for the Broncos, Dolphins are going to have a very hard time coming back from this. If you can't show the game, at least show the egg. You know what? I'll try and get the focus to show the egg properly, but it's too bright. Hang on. You can see how viscous that thing is. That's my first attempt to hardball an egg in the last year. You know what? Oh, got a bit of shell in there. That's not that bad. If you like really like runny hard-boiled eggs, which I kind of do, I kind of nailed it. But anyway. Are people who support Manly the embodiment of toxic masculinity? No. Even though the club is Manly, I do know of some female Manly supporters, or at least, you know, as we determined earlier in the stream, women aren't real. But, you know, inside sleeper agents pretending to be women who support Manly. So, yeah. The pass before the flick pass was forward. Honestly, did not notice that. So, I don't know. It's not that bad until you get salmonella. I'm actually immune to it. We'll explain that. This is going to gross some people out probably. But I didn't really realize this, but my entire first year living not off campus, living on campus, away from home, I basically undercooked my chicken for a year. Did not realize, low-key, I just hadn't cooked at home. And, like, I knew you're supposed to cook chicken, right? But I thought, I didn't know you had to cook it that much. So, I basically ate salmonella chicken for a year, and now I just don't get sick from salmonella at all. I believe I could eat an entire breast of raw chicken and not even flinch. They don't call me Iron Guts Dylan Jogru for no reason. And that's why. Have you had a girlfriend, Leaguie? Yes, I have. Long time ago. Long time ago. All right, Walsh with the ball here. Stepping into the line. Oh, good content there, Frankie Molo. If you're a Bulldogs fan, what player would you want to see? Like, as in, who's my favorite Bulldogs player? Stephen Crichton, definitely, without a doubt. Alrighty. 33 minutes left to go in the second half. Have I just said that before and I'm just repeating it? Might be. I'm losing consciousness gradually. Payton, the dummy half, gives it to Carrigan on the fourth. Good run. Ball playing in field as well to find Katoni Staggs. Great work. That was a really important play there from the Brisbane Broncos. NRL head, I'm going to say maybe no, not on that one. Not going to try and prove that. Good catch there by Herbie. Yeah, Herbie. Herbie Tabuai-Fidow. My brain's working. It is working. I am an hour and 23 minutes into this stream, and my brain's already dead. Harrow Bear says, so are women real? Asking the real questions. I'm going to say...
There's got to be an investigation into this. There's got to be... Someone's got to be accountable for this.
That's what we need. Louis Theroux, get on it. All right. On the third here, Hammer gives it to the actual Herbie Farnworth. That one I have called correctly. I think it's very, very important they score next here, Dolphins. The balance of play has not necessarily been uneven. They do get a 6 again there. That's going to help. Balance of play hasn't been uneven, but they just haven't taken their chances. Dean has cheered 67 bits and said, ik vind het lekker om uitgerookte eieren niet helemaal gaar te roken. Sorry. Gaartje koken en mezelf zo salmonella op te lopen. That means I enjoy hard-boiling eggs, but not completely, like, you know, cooking them a lot, so that I give myself salmonella. Which is essentially what I just did, except not intentionally. I'm just not good at cooking. Katoa now, stepping back in field. It's all Isaiah Katoa in attack. Dummies runs himself. No support at all. Absolutely no lines being run off him there. All right, Plath now. Oh, Nicarima dummy goes himself. Harry, I feel that every time a Manly coach is sacked, we talk about Tovi doing it. Plath close to the line. I think he's got that. I think he's got that. Ashley Klein says no try, which means we can confirm. Try time for the Dolphins. I'm awarding it. I'm awarding it. If Ashley Klein thinks it's no try, I think it's a try based on this game. To be clear, for the avoidance of doubt, Ashley Klein has said no try. Yeah, okay, to be fair, in all seriousness, I don't actually think he's got there.
There's got to be an investigation into this. There's got to be... Someone's got to be accountable for this.
That's a really good soundbite to play. That's a great soundbite to play when it's a no try. That works so much. I'm going to do that every single time. No try. All right, Kato, a short ball. What the ever-living hell was that? Did they know it was the last? They only had about 25 business days to set up that play and apparently couldn't come up with it. Bogan says, read this song. Came and watched this stream. This guy's nickname is Leg. Yeah, he likes to use his head to crack an egg. We love Leg Man. He's just so great. He will always rage bait. Do I? I don't like rage baiting. But anyway, I'll wear it. I also, you know what? Actually, that's a really good point, and I'm glad you brought this up. I'm blaming my mental deterioration, not on the fact that I'm incredibly malnourished today. However, I think it has a lot more to do with the fact that I gave myself a minor concussion by slamming a not-so-hard-boiled egg against my skull. Who are the top 5 teams you would support if there were no Roosters? Raiders, Tigers, I think are my second favorite team beyond that. I like the Knights. I like Cronulla. And Waz. Actually, yeah, Waz above Cronulla. Leaguie, are all your dreams made when you're chained to the mirror and the razor blade? No, all my dreams are made of strawberry lemonade and this... Wait. And we'll make sure... Wait, what? All your dreams are made of strawberry lemonade? What's the line after that? Sorry, we're going niche Oasis songs at the moment. How have I forgotten that? Saying the Beatles is the greatest rage bait I've heard today. Wait, what? I'm confused. Clarify. Leaguie, why are dogs and panthers so much far ahead of everyone else? Bro, try to sneak the dogs into that. Oh, you're losing mod chip for that, bro. Losing mod chip for that. It's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. Not coming back. Bro tried to sneak in the dogs. You know what? I'm giving you permission to do like pointing and laughing emojis at NRL head specifically right now. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Leaguie, is Chuck Norris died? Yes, unfortunately, Chuck Norris is killed. Max Plath, you're out of Queensland Maroon. I'd have given it to him early. Anyways, just missed out through injury, so. All right, Katoa now, giving it to Tommy Flegler up into the line. They've got an opportunity here. Got an opportunity. 2 tackles left. Platt, sorry, I'm getting over Chuck Norris's kill. Averillo, oh, beautiful work. Gives it to Osaka. It's a 3-on-1, though. Yeah, good sliding defense there from the Brisbane Broncos. Good work. Now, in the hands of the Hammer. Puts a kick in behind speed. Chased there by Nikorima. Ricky's got it. Ricky's cleared the goal line beautifully. The Hammer wrangles into the ground, but good work there from the Brisbane Broncos. At the league, surely we demote him on Discord to promote Tiger. Nah, I'm going to give it back to him. Don't worry. I'm going to give him mod shit back. I feel bad. Oh, has he still got it? No. I think someone timed him out, which is unfair. Then anyway. I won't be timing out. Removing moderation for 3 weeks, unfortunately, Dean. But thank you for the bits. Thank you. All right. On the last hit, Reynolds kicks from just inside his 40. Tell you what, I don't know if he was thinking 40-20 there, but if it wasn't caught on the full, there would have been a good chance. Cobbo now sees a bit of space out there. Oh, he hits Mariner hard there. Ben Hunt on the field. Love that from him. Now, the Hammer hitting it up into the line, close to the halfway, sorry, close to the 40, not quite there yet, though. I always get wigged out by the angles, the camera angles at Suncorp. They're really hard to determine. Ball comes free out the back, but it's a good offload there to Max Plath. They gain a whopping meter from that play. Hello, Lane Dog. Good to see you. Yeah, has been a while. Feels like it's been a while. All right, the Hammer now at the back to find Tommy Flegler. C-Factor says, Leaguie, why are the Cowboys and the Raiders so much worse than the other teams this year? I'm just glad you didn't say Cowboys and Roosters. That would have been really funny. Katoa now for Nikorima. Will he get a ball away? He will. Katoa now with it. Not a lot of direction, I've got to say. Not a lot of direction. And I said that at the start of this game, and it remains true now. Problems, I'll answer that question in a moment. Avarillo gives it now to find Katoa. Underneath this one is going to be the Hammer and Walsh. Hammer goes up for it, comes down with it, dives with it. We've got a whistle for a penalty, though. It's going to be for the Finns. All right. What I did in high school. So, I didn't do A-levels. I didn't do A-levels. I did not ATAR either. A-levels is the English one. My brain's not working. I did a program called the International Baccalaureate. It's 3 higher level subjects, 3 standard level subjects, and it has to be a big range. You have to do English and maths. I did higher English, standard maths. You have to do a science. I did standard physics. You have to do a language. I did standard Spanish. And you have to have at least 1 humanity. I did higher level geography and higher level economics. All right. Leaguey, can I crack an egg on you next? If you pay me enough, I would absolutely do that. Who will be the only team left on 0 points at the end of the round? Who's on 0 points at the moment? I generally don't look at the ladder in like the first 5 rounds, so. Oh, it's Dragons and Titans. I think somehow neither team is going to win that game. There's going to be an act of God, and they're going to declare a non-result. What language did you do? Español. Yo hablo español. Alrighty. Fun fact, alrighty is a word in Spanish. Max Plath, el jugador de Rugby League. Going back now to find the Hammer on the last. Oh, that was a suspect pass. Offload back in field to find Avarillo. Will he put a kick in behind? He will. It's well weighted in goal. Ricky will just run that dead. Good result in the end there by Jakey Avarillo. Must sleep, man? Nah, bro. Must eat. Must eat. How well did you do in physics? I cannot remember. So I remember my grades for a program called the GCSE, which is like, I don't know if you have an equivalent here, but it's a year 11 qualification that they do in England. And I got 9 out of 9 for physics in that, so. My overall grade at school for the International Baccalaureate was 40 out of 45, which translated to an ATAR of 97.9. No one asked for that information. I'm just giving it to you. Quote of the day, anyone? Probably I'm going to slam an egg on my head. It was a good one. All right. Off in field now from Tabai Fielder to find Avarillo. Now Plath. Oh, dummies goes himself. Has he played the whole game? I feel that he has. Now Knowles gives it to Katoa. Dummies. Oh, a bit of a double pump there. That might be forward there from Farnworth. Anyway, Cobbo couldn't really do much there. Didn't have much momentum to go with. Farnworth, will he go himself? He will. Now he gets a pass out the back to find Nicarima. Oh, no look pass there for Tommy Flegler. It's just so pedestrian, bro. No one knows what they're doing here. No direction. Absolutely no direction there. This is, frankly, putrid attack from the Dolphins. I've got to be real. Katoa puts the kick up. Chasing through here is Nicarima and Avarillo. Nothing doing. Great catch there by Reece Walsh. I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated with the Finns here. Nobody asked for that information. I'm just giving it to you. It's pretty much the number 2 reason I watch this channel. What's the number 1 reason? That's a logical question that flows on from that. I'm still caught up on that Oasis lyric I didn't get. All your dreams are made, a strawberry lemonade, and you'll make sure I eat today? I've got to look up this lyric. Sorry, you guys can watch the game for yourselves. Talk tonight, Oasis lyrics. It is, all your dreams are made of strawberry lemonade and you make sure I eat today. Yeah, that's what I said. Cool. I'm a genius. Cobbo has the ball. I don't know how. I was looking up Oasis lyrics. Legman, did you know you wearing green symbolizes envy? And you know what team is green? Rabbitohs. And they also have red, which symbolizes hate. And did you know what team is red? Roosters. That's a hell of a lot of reaching from you. I mean, you know who's more green than the Rabbitohs? The Raiders. And you know where the Raiders are from? Canberra. And you know where I live? Canberra. And you know what color the NRL uses in their branding? Green. So you know what color people subconsciously associate with rugby league? Green. More to do with that. But anyway. There we go. Yes, I love that. I love that from you, Hasman. It's actually, I was saying so today that I don't do commentary on my live streams, and I think that sums it up. Quote, Cobbo has the ball. I don't know why. I was looking up Oasis lyrics. Love it. Here we go. Alexis is just going to pump up my tires a bit here. You put a lot of good effort into videos. You know what you're talking about. It's always good to hear other opinions. This might feel self-deprecating or sound self-deprecating. I feel that I'm better at sounding like I know what I'm talking about than actually knowing what I'm talking about. I get that a lot on the blog podcast, where Denim will throw it to me and I'll be like, I'll be real, bro. I have no thoughts here. However, I'm going to recycle what you're saying in other words. Now, one word that I could not replicate because it is so utterly iconic is this. Goodbye! Out of absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Dolphins, I'm going to say it. They've shit posted a try. They've shit posted a try, folks. Out of absolutely nothing. Jake Avarillo. We might review this here for a touch by the Dolphins. We'll find out. Ma'am, out the back. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's all Reece Walsh. And there's no fullback at home, obviously, because Walsh was involved in the attack. Avarillo streaks away 60-10. This game is blown wide open again. Wide open again. I'm going to say it again. Goodbye. And they needed it. They really needed it. Their attack has looked really, really poor. Really poor. Ha! Love that from you, Iconic. Good stuff. Leaguie, that's all the podcasts are, regurgitating the question as an answer. But I've nailed it. And I have absolutely nailed it. I'll be on another podcast on Tuesday, as well as a video with content creator called Draft Sports. You know, they do it a lot in Premier League. They get two fans of opposite clubs, and they have, like, two beers. And on the table, it will say, like, agree, strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. I'm going to be on one of those. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to be discussing, because also I don't particularly know either. It's a bit of a surprise for us. However, I also don't know who the other person's going to be, but I'm going to be on it. So, yeah. All right. What are you apologizing for, the NRL #1 fan, YT? Asako with a kick from in front, and holy mercy, snakes alive. You're not going to believe this, but he's kicked it. Do you wear green headgear? I do. When I played rugby league, which has only happened twice, I have worn green headgear. 2024 was the season of underdogs. 2025 was the season of comebacks. 2026 is the season of shit
Hey, Leaguie,
posts,
someone just redeemed
and
a
I'm all
thing.
here for it.
Up the milk 1982 just redeemed, change the background color. Go the inside white and the outer go with red for the Finst logo colors.
I mean, it's going to feel a bit St. George Illawarra, but I'll do my utmost to oblige you, sir. I think it's just going to... Yeah, it doesn't look particularly good. It just washes out as being a bit orangey. I don't think that one counts, Leaguie Swear. I did Leaguie Swear, because that's not like me letting one slip. I think that's me very much making a calculated decision. Yeah, it does kind of look a bit brown, doesn't it? This is just awful. You know what? I'll go the other way around. What if I go... like... red? That's just pink. Red at all? Red maybe? Yeah, that's kind of red. And then white at the top. That looks a lot better. That does look a lot better. Okay, kick here from Katoa. Who wins from here? Who wins from here? Let me know. I don't often, you know, try and farm engagement for the chat, but I'm curious. Right, either Broncos or Dolphins. With the scoreline being 16-12, 18 minutes left to go. It's very much in the balance. I would be going Broncos, but I want to see what you guys think. Dolphins is the first message there. Interesting. Buy up the milk. Same with Panther Fan. Good Oasis reference there, Lendog. Appreciate it. Lots of Dolphins. Oh my god, it's all Dolphins. Where's Broncos? Where's all the Broncos love? All right, fine. Well, when the Broncos win at the end of this game, I'm going to say, I told you so, right? I'm going to be playing this song. And you're going to have to listen to it. All right, on the last here, Ray puts a kick up. I think Ricky might have been offside there, but he's absolutely charging through. Oh, it's come free. If Ricky hadn't slipped over, that's a try. Although, I think it would have been ruled offside. Damn. That was risky. That was incredibly risky. Look at that. I don't know if Ricky was onside, but anyway. Cobbo with a poor knockback. And if Ricky hadn't been taken out, yikes. Ricky's really just, in terms of the effort areas, the little 1%ers, he's really nailed it lately. It's great stuff. All right. Short kickoff off the dropout. I think it's ruled knock on Dolphins. They're going to challenge it. Oh, no. Did they lose their challenge earlier in this game? Herbie's saying challenge. Here we go, says Danny. If Ezra Wham Bam forward Ranger Kabam throws another pass like that, the Broncos will lose. That's a real mouthful, and I would like to ask you to not ask me to say it again on live broadcast television while my brain's at 30% functionality, just in case somehow in there I say some sort of slur. I feel that it's got potential for it. So yeah. All right. Hunt gives it now to Corey Jensen, best looking player in the NRL. If you discount almost every other player in the NRL. Hunt's at dummy half now. Goes to the left-hand side. Reynolds fighting underneath Piakura. I reckon if Broncos score here, it's not game over, but the fat lady's warming up. She's warming up, that's all I'm saying. All right, Reynolds. Dummies goes himself. Couldn't quite get another try there. Now Hunt. Finding Reece Walsh. Dummies. Oh, bit of contact around the top of the shoulders there. Not too high. All okay. Who are the Socceroos playing, Iconic? I am not following it at all. Bang for assist again. They will not get it. Ball in the hands now of Mam. Just holds it and dies with it. Awful. I think there's been a head clash here by a couple of Dolphins players. Races to fat ladies. Yes. Fat ladies, my favorite race. Yep, truly a race of people. One of the races of all time. Socceroos are playing Curaçao. Okay, well, with all due respect, if we lose to Curaçao... Oh, is it Cameroon? Is it Curaçao or Cameroon? Wait, I think it's Cameroon. I think I've seen posters for it. Yeah, that's very different. Cameroon are a lot better than Curaçao. Damn, I'm impressed that we're 0-0 against Cameroon with 20 to go. I don't know, aside from Matt Ryan, maybe Suter, if I could name you a current Socceroo. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. It's because I don't play FIFA anymore. All right. Farnworth plays at Fort Nicarima, now in the hands of Tabai Fido. It's hard enough to say Nicarima without, you know, potentially going into problematic areas. So, Nestroy. Don't know who Nestroy is. Oh, Nestroy Irankunda. I do know who that is. Is Awer Mabil playing for the Kangaroos? Socceroos? Is Nestroy Irankunda still with Newcastle United? Because that's why I wasn't allowed to like him. But I hope he leaves so that I can like him again. All right. On the second here. Plays it here. Man in a dummy half. Gives it to running Dean Mariner. It feels like there's less time left to go in this game than there actually is. Jackson Irvine. To be fair, I do know Jackson Irvine. I signed him for MacArthur FC in my Football Manager crib that I'm currently doing. Watford. Is Bullion Watford? Okay, that's way better. Way better then. NRL number 1 fan. Sorry, I keep missing you saying that. 28-10 tomorrow. Newcastle versus Canterbury. Watch. Bulldogs win. Yeah, I think that's a decent scoreline prediction. Don't mind that. Italiano's a Socceroo. The math isn't mathing. Jacob Italiano? I thought he didn't really amount to anything. He was back at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Team I have seen live in person. Twice? Maybe twice. Oh, Garen Quall was the one at Newcastle. Was Garen Quall still at Newcastle? Lendog, I unfortunately couldn't stay up to watch the Tyne Wear derby because I was going all bloke the morning after, and I thought that it was more important to be professional than to watch the Tyne Wear derby. However, I was incredibly happy, of course. All right, 13 minutes left to go. That's 1-3. On the third here, Finifuyaki now with a run. You lot still reckon Dolphins are going to win this? I do not. Ryan's balling out in La Liga. Fun fact, I'm 1 degree of separation from Matty Ryan. Hammer gives it to Selwyn Cobbo. Down the sideline. Oh, massive offload back in field. The Hammer's got it. No, he hasn't. Reynolds has got it. Selwyn Cobbo, you have a habit of coming up with the most utterly bombastic moments, and unfortunately, that is one of them. Yeah, it's that was a bit tragic. Anyway, yikes. Yeah. So I know Timmy Williams from Bloke in a Bar, and Timmy Williams is I think family friends with Matt Ryan. Like, he's gone over and had holidays with him and stuff. So there we go. Walsh with a bit of space there in the middle. He's got room around him. Stepping straight into Finn Diesel there. Love that from him. Oof. What happened to the Dolphins' attack over the offseason? Yeah, this was the competition's top attacking side last year, by the way. On the fourth here, Brisbane Broncos. A try might seal it here. Mam, with a bit of a half kick in behind. Hammer's got it. Oh, there was a chance there when you have space in front of the Hammer. That was an important tackle there by Gemit Shibasaki. They're not really helping themselves here, the Broncos. Got to say, neither side are. It's been a game where both sides are redonkulously off their best. Absolutely off their best. All right, Avarillo now. Off an offload. Got a bit of room here. Up over the 20-meter line. Close to the 30. Oh, I could use some sushi right now. Man, that's a craving, bro. Oh, that's a craving. I'm going to have some tomorrow. Will I be able to? Yeah, I'll be able to. Oh, no, I won't. I'll be streaming. Might not stream the last game tomorrow. We'll be real. Who plays the last game tomorrow? Cowboys and Storm. You don't need to see me do Cowboys and Storm. Might not stream the last game tomorrow. We'll be honest. Penalty. Penalty Fins. Penalty Fins. Here we go. Here we go. I think it's surely been 5 minutes since the thing was redeemed. 9 minutes ago. Yeah, I've given you way more time than you deserved. Of the different colored background. Yeah, I think that's a harsh one. It's a very harsh one. Some might even say penalty. Some might. They wouldn't be very funny if they were to say that, though. Awful humor. If you can stream 8 hours, you can stream 7 hours. No, it's not that I can't do it. It's that I want to leave early. So, for 2 reasons. 1, I can go to my buildings in here. And 2, I can go get sushi. Would you rather Ben Tolty or Pen Alty? Yo, that's a question, you know. I know Dolphins are attacking, but my mind's just been absolutely blown. Ben Tolty or Pen Alty? And then you're like, would you rather penalty or penultimate? And it's like, oh, that's special areas of wordplay. Katoa now. Oh, cut out pass to find Avarillo. I don't know if he's allergic to giving Jermaine Asako the ball today, but he's been absolutely freezing his winger out there. He's collecting cobwebs out there, poor Jermaine. All right, well, Katoa runs on the last, so he won't be with it. With the last tackle. Avarillo, will he get off that away? He will. Oh. Bit of Matty Ryan there for Jermaine Asako. They actually, truly, like, to be clear, catastrophically and literally cannot score points. Jermaine Asako has had his best Broncos performance in years tonight. I don't know if it's his fault. I don't think he's been given any good ball. Yeah, I'll update the thumbnail for tomorrow to not do Cowboys Storm. If it was like a good game, then yes, but not keen to commentate Broncos, you know, putting 50 on Cowboys. Also, Sharks signing Owen Trout for the Super League. Personally, I think there's something fishy about it, but it could be a real opportunity for the Sharks. Yeah, the brand synergy there is absolutely brilliant. They're clearly in tuned to that kind of wordplay as well. Love that from Craig Fitzgibbon. It just works. It just works. He shouldn't really be going anywhere else, in my opinion. I love that they've snapped him up. Did I say Broncos? You know what's really funny? In my head, I said Storm. And like, I didn't have any issue with that. I thought Storm. I said Storm. This is the effects of malnourishment, folks. The Storm will put 50 on the Cowboys. That's a monkey see, monkey say type situation there. I thought Cobbo knocked the ball on again there, by the way, but it was just Ricky's headgear popping up from behind. Eat the egg then. I'm going to eat that egg in about 10 minutes time. I'm trying to think of other fish puns. I know like this is, you know, a great finish between 2 local rival teams and there's 4 points in it, but I'm like, funny fish jokes. Is Kulikefu hurt? Kulikefu is hurt. Run here from Jake Avarillo. He's been pretty good so far in this game. 8 minutes left to go. In it. On the last, Plath. Gives it to Knowles. Katoa. They're going to keep it going through the hands here. Nicarima for Farnworth. Puts a kick in behind. They have to call out some guys offside. Farnworth finds the ground. Walsh now. Nice bit of opportunity there for him. Lendog, I can't be bothered. We'll do it tomorrow. Are you gonna egg the Eaton Golden Point? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If it goes to it. If this goes to Golden Point, I'm gonna cry. I'm also gonna go and make food, and you can watch Chair commentate Golden Point. I don't care. Do not give 2/3 of a goddamn damn. Pakes for Hunt. Respectfully, if this is the final score, how is it 16-12? Like, actually, how is it gonna be 16-12? I don't think mods could do polls on YouTube. I do hate you guys. It's true. True story. Don't even enjoy making content for you anymore. Walsh puts his kick up on the footy. That's the truth, by the way. It's literally my favorite thing in the world. Underneath this one. Oh, it's going to bounce. It's going to bounce. Oh, dear. Oh, and that's going to be the game, folks. That's going to be the game. And in moments like that, you call upon greatness. You call upon the greatest of all time. The GOAT. And that is the GOAT. Gemma Shibasaki off the bench to win this one for the Brisbane Broncos. Beautiful work. The opportunities have been there in spades for the Dolphins. And in the end, it's a kick up over the top. Effort areas there for Shibasaki. They let it bounce. I don't know why on earth they let it bounce. It let Shibasaki get there. Grab it and find the line. Has he got there in the end on the second effort? Yeah, I think he has there. It was great work from the hammer, but he's got there in the end. That's the game. I'm calling it. Maybe it's because I want to call it, but I'm calling it. Broncos fans doing the Chelsea dagger. That puts great trauma into my body from the NRL Grand Final last season. But anyway. Stupid try? Yeah, bro. I mean, I'll say it again. That's the shit post of a try. Too early to call it? Yeah, might be you. Is it impossible that Dolphins come in and clutch up here? No, but I don't think that it's reasonably likely. So try is confirmed. I'm gonna angle the camera a bit down. There we go. This is the angle that we should be going with permanently, I reckon. Reynolds! He's got the kick. Just respectfully to them, given that they've got 12 points in 75 minutes of rugby league football, I'm not backing them for 2 tries in the last 4. Is there a market for that at the Leaguie swear? Good night, NRL number 1 fan. See you later. I need to sleep. I'm so not going out after this, by the way. Can you grab the camera right now? Yes. All right. Broncos fans about to be very arrogant after one very lucky win. I mean, that's what they do, though. That's who they are. You, as a purveyor of elite rugby league opinions, need to be, in tune with that. You need to be aware. You need to be alert. I am muted. I really didn't notice that for a very long time. I'm not going to tell you what I was shouting about. I think it's way funnier if I don't. You guys can figure that out. I muted myself intentionally, then I thought I unmuted myself. Anyway. Nicarima, to find Jacob Arillo. That's a great new profile pic at Did League, you swear. Great work. Love it. All right, Finafuyaki now. Now they need to score. Plath. To find Tommy Gilbert. Surrounded by Broncos. Close to the line. Not quite there, though. About a meter shy of it on the third. Oh, knock on it. Dummy half, I think. In fact, it's in the play of the ball. One of the Broncos says, and I quote, "Wahoo, let's go." He only needs to follow that up with a "It's a me, Mario," and he'll be sued for copyright infringement. This has been a bit of a trap game. It would have been one of the most entertaining games we have seen in a very long time if the two sides could hold the ball. True story. 3 minutes to go. This is literally going to be the longest 3 minutes of my life. Jordan Wahoo. Shout out to him. Shout out Jordan Kahu. Been a while. Lendog, I kind of made a video like that about a year ago. It was like, if I was in charge of the NRL, these are the changes I'd make. It didn't do very well. Oh, they're trying to force errors here, the Dolphins. They're still going after this game. Not Ben Tolty, Corey Pace. Wow, my brain's not really not working. Leaguie, are you going to clip up me being demoted? I haven't clipped up anything. Someone else might, though. I don't clip up myself. I feel that that's too egotistical. It's the principle. It's the principle. Oh, man, does well not to knock that one on. Stepping now back in field. On the last hit, 2 minutes left to go in this game. Should be able to limit the Dolphins to one more possession. Reynolds, that's a well way to kick into no man's land. Oh, good bounce, but Cobbo has got it. Gives it now to Farnworth. Loki, Brisbane predicted to not make the top 8. That's bold. That's very bold. Do you post the clips in your YouTube shorts? No, but I will at the end of the year. Avrilo now to find Farnworth back inside. I do sometimes use the clips to make YouTube shorts, but I don't just post them. They're throwing it around like a hot potato. This is the Wiggles, bro. Lemuelu does not get enough load away. Right, Plath is in a dummy half. Gives it now to Finn Diesel up over the 40. Just low, hard, straight. Yeah, sometimes an arrowhead, but certainly not always. Honestly, about maybe 10% of the time. Oh, offload back in field there. So been touched by a Bronco. It has 6 more here. Dolphins will get a fresh set, but only a minute 10 left to go. They need, as they say in Spain, un milagro. Necesitas un milagro en este momento. Las Dolfinas. Katoa, short ball. Oh, a bit of space here for the Fuaki. He's shot down so close to the line there. What a tackle by Reece Walsh. 6 more. It was a bit of a second effort. You could argue maybe professional foul there. But anyway, Nicarima, short ball to his other back rower, out the back. Ball finds the ground. And that is the game, folks. Execution. They couldn't do it. Mariner's got a bit of space here. Is he going to be tackled? He will be just on the halfway line. That's it. That's it. That is the game. Stags down with a bit of a run. Down the sideline. He's got room in front of him. He's clear. Might he score here? I think he will. Katoni Stags. Our house. Our house. We've seen shades of this before. Katoni Stags seals it for the Brisbane Broncos. They love it up there. It's arguably the most iconic moment in this rivalry so far. And Katoni Stags off a quick play of the ball, off a brilliant play there by Reece Walsh on a charging back rower, one-on-one, slams the ball down, does these ones. That's what I'm talking about when I say that this rivalry just needs a little bit more history, and that's a moment in that book of feuds, so to speak. The deja vu is crazy. It really, really is. Socceroos scored. Let's go. Damn, that's amazing. That's amazing. We have a habit of overachieving, Socceroos. Love that from them. Stags. There we go. He loves it. He loves it. And the 50-odd thousand people that are there, they love it too. They love it too. Oh, I have absolutely nothing left to give. I have been talking about rugby league all day. I want to do something else in my life. Leaguie, play the Broncos song? I will. I will after this kick. I ain't sticking around to talk, bro. I am leaving. I am leaving. You know what? One for the road.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Container, firstly. Shoelace. Shoelace, Renault. A clutch. A clutch.
Fun fact. This is the 100th Leaguie Watchalong live stream. And it was a good one. I was very happy with it. We've had an entertaining game. We've had a number of key moments. Corey Jensen! What? He hits it? Nice miss. That would have been the actual greatest thing to have ever occurred. Corey Jensen. Alright. Well. Ladies and gentlemen, happy hashtag Leaguie 100. Thank you all for being here. I didn't want to draw attention to the milestone just because I'm a humble guy. You know, it's not about me. It's about you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Probably not for all 3 games. Probably just for the 2 because I can't be bothered for Cowboys. They don't matter. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. And I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.